You're listening to a portion of our conversation from episode 288, featuring the Jurassic Wire with myself, Brad Jost, and co-host Aaron Beyer. If you want to hear the full conversation, download the episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, or wherever else you listen to podcasts. Today we go through the latest Mattel lineup and see what kind of things are going to be offered in the near future. As always, be sure to let us know what you think, and of course, we hope you enjoy it. All right, so let's move on to our next topic here, which is actually going to be, let's bring it up here. We're going to talk about Mattel's latest. So there's not too much to talk about, I don't think, but we're going to go over to Collect Jurassic, our buddy over there. Tim has some pictures here for packaging and stuff like that for some of the latest items. Oh man. Hold on, I'm not logged in. I gotta log in for us to see this. But what do you think? Like, you've seen some of this stuff popping up here and there so far. Yeah. What do you think of some of the latest offerings, and where are you as a collector right now?
Well, let me tell you, there's nothing more that ruins a collector's spirit than having to box it all up and then realize that like half of your storage unit now that you're paying monthly for is toys. But like realistically, man, like until I feel like we're losing the Jurassic style. I feel like in a lot of these newer Mattel offerings, the artists have had like a little bit more liberty to do,
I guess, yeah,
whatever they want. I'm more
it's a little bit of both. Like I like this Tyrannosaurus looks beautiful. I think that looks very Jurassic and straight out of obviously Camp Cretaceous. But
yeah, I think what's that Triceratops looking thing? Is it a Styracosaurus? No, it's not Styracosaurus.
This is Pentaceratops. So this looks beautiful.
Is that a Mattel figure?
Yeah, it's Mattel's Dino Escape Mega Destroyer for later this year. It says.
Oh, I mean, like that's cool to me. That looks like a.
And I compared it. Like I actually held like the Triceratops, which and all these different things, which I do still have like right here. All these guys. I was like holding these up the other day. Sorry, they're roaring. Comparing like the heads and stuff. I'm like, okay, because to me it looked just like a Triceratops kind of like changed up, but no, it's like completely different looking.
Yeah.
These things will like they're not going to stop making noise now. They're so sensitive for making noise, but there's different elements. Oh my gosh, there's different elements of the bodies that like the body kind of looks like the Pachyrhinosaurus, but like different a little bit. There's like that separator in the middle, and that huge frill is pretty awesome. So I think like maybe I would have liked a more inspired color choice, but I
love the color choice, man.
You like it? It's I mean, it's a dull, like
dermish,
and yeah, it it looks very natural, which is good. But yeah, I don't know. I really dig like this Sinoceratops, like this kind of. Oh my god, I didn't even do anything, dude, and it made noise. I don't know how do you make noise on this thing? Like how? I don't know how it does it.
Maybe I'm just giving it a hard time. I just don't look like, for me, I think there's going to be a purge that has to happen at some point. It's going to be like, does my flock of Gallimimus need to be 25? Can it be 15?
No, yeah. See, that's what I've been doing that as well. Like recently, there's been a lot of stuff and a lot of repaints and different things like that, and some new stuff. And I've been thinking, well, we're getting close to the Dominion stuff, right? Dominion toys are right around the corner. So I've been kind of holding back on a lot of things where like typically I'll go to Target and I'll see a new Velociraptor. I'll be like, oh yeah, let me get that Velociraptor. And I'm like, at this point, like you're saying, like, do I really need 25 Velociraptor down there? No,
but here's the thing. Not. The Dominion toys, Raptors. Do you think you're getting a new sculpt? Like, do you really think you're getting a new Raptor sculpt?
I don't know. I mean,
there's like 4 of them out there already.
Yeah, that's about it. And not much has ever changed between them and
right.
Yeah. So I mean that's fine. I don't mind. Like when a new one comes out, and we do know that there are other kinds of Raptor. So it'll be interesting to see what else happens there. So, but looking at these new things here. So we talked about this, I think, on our live stream, but this very Ghostbusters-esque
I'm not getting this.
terror
I'm
dog.
not getting this terror dog.
Dude,
No.
I'm getting this thing. What is it? A Shringosaurus? That is a thing which this is what I've always loved about Jurassic films and the toys is I don't know about these things because I am not a paleontologist. I do not study these creatures. I have no idea what dinosaurs really are until I see them in a film or in toy form. And then from there, that's when I do my due diligence and I go and check out, oh, well, these things are a little bit different, but that's really cool that this thing existed. And I had no idea that this was a real thing.
This is such a departure for me from a dinosaur. Like, was it
I know.
Kenner do? Kenner did something that was like the Lycanops or Lycanops or whatever. That was like, it looked like a saber-toothed tiger, which it's not a saber-toothed tiger at all. But even that, as a kid, I didn't care. In fact, the only reason I have one is I just happened to find one like at a toy shop when I was in Burbank. He had one for, and he was selling it for like $15-20. I was like, well, I don't have this one, so I'll pick it up. But oh, you're looking up the that's
so yeah,
cool.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of showcase real quick on our video portion, that we do have what the actual animal looks like, and it's not a dinosaur, it's something else, and that's fine because we do get those kinds of things. These big lizard. I don't know. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's I don't know what
this gray one,
but it looks awesome.
This gray drawing, that's way cooler than that toy.
It's like next to one.
It looks like a monitor. It looks like a monitor lizard.
This thing looks pretty awesome down here. This sunset, paleo art looking thing. It looks awesome. Yeah. Well, what is this? It's a mod for Jurassic World Evolution. Looks really weird.
Maybe I am gonna get this one. Dang it.
There's a lizard over here that it looks like a new lizard that they maybe mocked up, but it's so weird. It's such a unique creature that I never knew existed, and I love these weirdo creatures like the moss chops and stuff like that. I love those unique things that how did these things exist? That is very, very, very cool to me.
You have to think okay, Jurassic Park. They've got their 15 species or 13 species, right? That they've up to that point in 1993, they figured out how to clone. You have to think by Jurassic, and so it's every dinosaur is an event you would imagine, right? Going to each paddock or whatever.
Yeah,
you have to imagine by Jurassic World, it's kind of like going to your local zoo, where on the way to the alligator exhibit, they've got these geckos in a side tank that you can, I guess, look at if you want to.
Yeah,
I feel like some of these dinosaurs fit that purpose of well, you're walking, you might as well look at something.
Yeah. I mean, I can get that mentality of what Jurassic World was trying to sell, that dinosaurs, whatever, it's a dinosaur. I can kind of understand that mentality, and dude, if they threw this thing in the mix, I would be yo, let me go check out that exhibit. It's so weird, if this is a new addition to the park, but it's such an interesting thing. I don't know that I love the color scheme on this, but it's cool, and I'm definitely going to pick it up because it's something different. And like I said, I'm kind of holding off on a lot. I don't need another Baryonyx. There's 95 Baryonyx out there, Velociraptors, Triceratops. I don't need Triceratops, and things like that. So I'm definitely into picking up Shringosaurus.
Okay, so the Metricanthosaurus. There's a new version of that one coming out, and it's I would almost rather I would rather sell 2 of mine that I've got on eBay and then grab one of the new ones.
Yeah.
Because the color scheme is natural looking. This thing's cool. I have the original version of this. Yeah. I get a couple of these to balance that out, but then I'm done. It's I don't need the species anymore.
I don't have the Mononychus, so I would absolutely pick this up because I don't have the original one. So that would be a good one to pick up. Velociraptor here. I mean, this is a great looking Velociraptor.
Yeah,
it does look much like Charlie. But we how many of these have they made already? How many Charlies have they made?
I have the Charlie that's not this pose. I mean, is he this pose?
I don't know, man. There's so many. I don't see any that look like this one in particular, maybe one right there. It's hard to say, but
I want to go get it out of my closet, but I don't really want to jump up for
at least it's cold in there, you know.
30 seconds. No, this is, I mean, some other closet, but like,
different
no,
temperature.
I have a raptor action. See this one? No, it doesn't look real.
Ramphorhynchus.
Well, like I have a couple of Ramphorhynchus, but like this doesn't look real.
I kind of dig the paint job on this. I think it looks pretty interesting. But I don't know that I'll pick this one up because, you know, I never know what to do with the flying ones. I don't know how to really present them on my shelf.
I tried doing.
They take up a lot of space.
You know what I tried doing? I hung fishing string up.
Yeah.
And I did it I did a couple different directions across with pins in the wall. And then from the string, I hung them on different string. And I was like, oh, it's going to, and I did it like different levels. And it was really cool in my head. And then like 4 hours later, by the time like I finally got it all up.
4 hours? Oh, no, that's
because like they were all falling. They were falling. This is a big pain. It just didn't work out the way I thought it was going to.
Oh, man.
And so, yeah, I'm kind of with you. It's like, what do you do with the flying ones?
I just kind of have them perched on like the bars on the side of my shelves usually. I don't know if there's any on this one, but like I've got this thing that the Rathtar from Star Wars perched on the side. No, there's none on this, but on the other ones, they're just kind of perched on things, but like not on the shelf space themselves. This here we have a Tropheus, I guess. This is kind of a throwback, but I know a lot of people
to this series too, yeah.
Which I never had anything like that before. It's a thing like, oh, I don't even know this is a real thing. But it's kind of crazy looking, but I dig it, and this is definitely something I will absolutely get.
I have the original Kenner one. My first experience with it though is when Kenner repainted it for Chaos Effect. That was the first one I got of this species. And then I found like later on I got the blue one that was from series 2. But again, I'm kind of in this mode of like, what can Mattel make that complements the Kenner stuff at this point? Like that's kind of where I'm at. I feel
you sound like you just want like I think a lot of us would want like what a lot of these other brands have been doing, where you get like the Ghostbuster, like literally these just Ghostbusters Kenner remade, like straight up just remade. And that would be really cool to see like the old style figures, the action figures, and some of the older dinos and stuff like that just remade like as a brand new toy in the classic packaging. It's like if you could go to Target or Walmart nowadays and pick up Red Rex in a classic Kenner package, but like somewhat slightly different, like that would be so cool. Like how cool would that be?
It would be cool, but like here's my issue with that. I'm literally at that point, for me, because I still have all mine, I'm literally just buying them for a crisp box, which has no actual value because it's not an original 93 release. So like, okay, can I make an assumption that you have those Ghostbusters because at one point in your childhood, you actually had them and they're no longer with you?
Yeah. I mean,
would you have bought those?
Don't have those. I do have some originals over there. They're just like a different line or whatever, but from the same time period.
But would you rebuy ones that you as a kid like still had? Like if you still had them?
Yes. Because right over there, I also have the same kind of packaging. I have Stay Puft and Slimer. And I have those still. Like I have the original Stay Puft and Slimer, and I let my son play with them. They're in his toy box now, which is like a different thing. Like I love being able to give him those. So now that he has those, I have these. Like, and they're unopened. They're in a package. Like, so I kind of like that. And I am not, as far as collecting goes, I'm not a person to really keep things in the package outside of these 4 that are behind me, and then those 2 over there, and then there's like maybe like 3 Back to the Future things, but that's it. Like everything else, I'll rip open. Like,
I thought of that too. I'm like, man, if they re-release like the entire series, everything, would I like go after them? And I just don't know. It would have to be like a special. Maybe the ones that for sure have like the great art on the front. Like, if I could go get a Kets in the package, like absolutely, it's a great.
Yeah.
Like I have the series 2, like all the Dino Tracker vehicles. I was able to get those in their packaging like later, like way later. So like I have those. They're amazing. The box art on those is fantastic. But I just like I don't know if I'm gonna like go buy a Velociraptor in its package when I have like 10 of those loose in my apartment now. I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know. I think there's a different sort of collector in all of us, you know, like we all collect things very differently. And I know people that have to have each and every item. And then I know like somebody like myself who's very selective. And of course I know people that are like, collecting toys is dumb. I don't like it. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right.
But but also like, you know, it's just very different for your own, you know, mentality, where you come from, what do you want, you know, in your life, like what makes you happy, I guess. You know, and I, you know, like these shoes, these Reebok shoes, like they came in like cool packaging, and I was almost like sifting through the website, like, well, like I like these, but like I don't like the packaging as much. I want one that had like cool packaging and cool shoes, because like, you know, they kind of like display like the old Kenner boxes and stuff like that. So I was like kind of sifting through like in that way, like, oh, how do I want to display these or wear these or whatever, you know?
I also think like when Mattel announced that they were doing the toys, and I think they had like a really strong start with Fallen Kingdom, and that made sense to do everything. But we didn't get Jurassic World like Star Wars gets Star Wars. Like with Mattel, their mentality of keeping the train rolling is just to release dinosaur after dinosaur after dinosaur, most of which are repaints. But again, they're not selling you Jurassic World. They're just selling you dinosaur toys.
Dinosaurs,
like,
I mean, that's fair enough. I would rather them sell toys than not. So I'm cool with them like kind of branching out and then building off of like Camp Cretaceous and previous stuff, like old stuff, and kind of like we haven't really played all that far, you know. Sure, yeah, some of them are, you know.
Like okay, the best thing about Star Wars prequels was like every financial quarter, they celebrated a different film or whatever. So like maybe I've said this on this, but like when I started my job that I'm at now, they were celebrating like some kind of Empire Strikes Back. Well, I went to Target and you could get like every vehicle from Empire Strikes Back, every character from Empire Strikes Back, like every alien from Empire Strikes Back, every animal that they ride from Empire Strikes Back. Like it was an Empire Strikes Back like thing. Where now it's like they're just perpetuating dinosaurs. And what an amazing way to like celebrate Jurassic Park 3, which I don't love, just had an anniversary, but would have been cool to do a Jurassic Park 3 quarter where it was a Spinosaurus re-release, new Raptor action figures, the original, all the characters, 3 3/4, like
I agree.
A plane cargo playset, which wouldn't even have to be like a full plane; it could literally just be a tube. Like
they really should have
them to do that.
They really should have done like, you know, because they started in 2018, right, with Fallen Kingdom. So they should have done like, hey, here's 2018 is Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic Park. So that's what the legacy is. And then like the next year, 2019 is Lost World and some Fallen Kingdom or whatever, just Lost World, whatever.
Yeah.
And then so they should have gone like year by year and like given you everything out of every film. That would have been great, you know.
Of all the movies that I think I'd get amped up for a new toy, like Jurassic Park 3, because Jurassic Park 3 is the odd man out. It fits with nothing. So like if they literally were like, hey, for all of 2021, we're going to celebrate, you know, you're going to get your Jurassic World stuff, but we're going to celebrate Jurassic Park 3. Like to have all those characters be in scale with the rest of them, to have those dinosaurs be in scale with the rest of them. I'm trying to think what dinosaurs from Jurassic Park 3 actually that haven't been made. I don't think there's any.
No, but you know, and we have gotten like little things here and there, like what do you call it? The Ceratosaurus. I'm sure there's been so many made at this point already, like 3 or 4, right? One of them has to kind of look like the one from Jurassic Park 3, I guess.
Well, the first one, the one that you really don't like with the red head, I feel like is the closest.
Maybe. But like, I definitely would have liked that if they had just kind of gone year by year and just focused on a single film and given you everything, like you're saying, everything from that film.
the
been
red
amazing,
and green,
you know?
the red and green ankylosaurs. I mean, I hate to say it, but the aqua and red brachiosaur.
No,
Yeah,
no, I
you
don't
would
want.
not. You would not
I
get
would
one
not
of those.
buy it. I would not buy it, but like
Oh,
I would
no.
definitely love to see it out there in existence, you know, like for purchase, you know,
I'd buy it.
and all the humans, all those things. Like I would love all of these things, but like at this point, it's like when are those ever going to happen? You know, like all they seem intent to do is like, hey, here's like an Alan Grant, and I think he had like a white shirt, and then there's like a JP3 Velociraptor and some eggs or something like that. And that came out, and I never got it. I don't even know where that was ever released. I never saw it. So, you know, and that was it. That was the only, I think, JP3 thing outside of the now the Amber Collection Velociraptor male.
But that's like, we'll get new human figures for. We'll get new human figures for the new movie. I can't imagine they're not going to do them because. But like they're just going to pump out more Owens, more Ians, more Allens. You'll be lucky to find an Ellie, you know.
Well, it'll be nice to at least have new sculpts and new outfits for all of these characters, and hopefully they go all out and give us like every iteration if they do change their clothes in the films and stuff like that. So we do get more Ellens, Ellies and Ians. Too many names. And you know, whoever else. Like it would be great to have, you know, everything that they have to offer in these films. But yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, what will be the legacy portion of 2022? Like, I have no idea. It's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing. Maybe they will go Lost World JP3 since they gave us a lot. They are intent on giving us a lot from Jurassic Park, it seems like, because, you know, now we have Ray Arnold, we have Timmy, we have Nedry. So they are kind of giving us more of that. Of course, there are multiple, like, you know, they're going to stretch that out because we do also need, you know, we need Lex and we need Gennaro and probably some other, like I would like just like park workers or Joffrey or, you know, I forget if there's anybody else I'm missing, but
Dude,
you know,
you're not getting Joffrey. We don't have Lex yet. You're not getting Joffrey.
You're
not getting pink shirt
after Lex.
You're not getting pink shirt driver.
Why not?
Man.
We need pink shirt driver.
It would be awesome.
Like,
I would love it. But
Jerry Harding, like, come on, like
I would also love. Blows my mind. I don't understand why. Why do the trucks, all of them, all the cars? Why do the cars not come with random numbers, like stickers that you can put on? Mm-hmm. That would be so cool.
That'd be awesome.
Here's the thing: it's a waste of paper to print every number twice, right? So that you can choose your own number. Sure. But if they randomized it and you didn't know which one you got until you opened it, that'd be so cool.
That would be pretty awesome. Yeah,
I'd be down with that. Yeah.
Well, instead they gave out a bunch of those like park maps and stickers for a while for the Camp Cretaceous things. But yeah, anyway, we have a Monolophosaurus here, green, looks cool. I like it. I dig the Monolophosaurus, so I'm open to picking up as many of these as I can.
Yeah.
Styracosaurus, kind of plain, boring. Mystiacosaurus, still haven't gotten my green one yet. No, I don't know.
And this one looks worse than the green one.
Like yeah, I don't think I would pick up a second of the Mystiacosaurus. Kentrosaurus.
I like that Styracosaurus. I thought that was cool. I like this Kentrosaurus. This is cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks like you're going to have to install the spikes on the side yourself. I don't think they're going to come in the package because there's nothing. There's like a hole there. Oh, yeah, actually, the spike is right behind it. You can see it in the packaging. It's like stuck onto the packaging itself. So yeah, that's a cool one. I'd definitely like to have that one. Again, the Metricanthiosaurus, don't care. Allosaurus, don't need it. Ceratosaurus, definitely don't need it.
They just get worse and worse. Like the first one, I like the first one, but those just get worse and worse.
Monolophosaurus, different style here with Brooklyn. Of course, need Brooklyn.
Yeah, I do actually. I would rather have this over that loose green one because it gets you the different style and it gets you a human. And I want to support the fact that they're making these humans.
Humans, yeah.
So,
of course, I know there is a Kenji one with a Monolophosaurus too, and I think he comes. I think he comes with the bike as well. And then here we have another Velociraptor. Cool paint job, nice paint job, and she comes with two which they're not mentioned here. It's a Sammy and Velociraptor. You got Sammy, and you have two compies with different paint jobs. So that's great, actually. You know, the very simplistic compies that we've seen before, same sculpts and everything, same poses, but two different colors. So that's cool. And then I'm not sure if this is an updated color, and I think it is, but like
I need
baby
these.
Brachiosaurus.
Oh, I need these. I
looks
want the
so
gray
good.
one more than this one, but I don't care. It's so cool.
Like, I wish they would come out with this paint job. It's so close. Like, they could have just made this paint job on this hat that I have.
Yourself.
I can't. I guess I could, but like, I'm not very good at that.
Mattel
sort of painting and stuff like that on repainting figures.
Do more of these where like they fit your full size, or they fit. I get you can't do the hatchlings like Kenner did. I understand. I understand the logistics of that being a total waste of molds and money and stuff. But this fits into some kind of. But this fits into some kind of sizing demographic. There are definitely baby animals that are this size. Do this.
Yeah.
Give me two of these per quarter, because that's awesome. Give me a baby T-Rex like that, right? That looks like a baby, right? Give me
that'd be amazing.
Give me I don't know, any species, any of them.
I wish the mini dinos had more of like a baby instead of just dinosaurs that are big as miniatures. So that would be good if those minis were kind of the hatchling size. But this is great. I love the baby Brachiosaurus. It comes with Darius and a resonating chamber and what looks to be binoculars, I'm guessing. But I kind of wish Darius had an updated sculpt. He's still got his sweatshirt on from season 1. So I would like to see like the more tattered Darius that's been through it, you know, for 3 seasons. Because we get a Ben that's like that, but not Darius. So anyway, that's a fantastic package, and I cannot wait to own that someday, whenever that happens. So Mattel is like, it's a little hit or miss sometimes, but like it's been like that since the beginning. So, you know, it's nothing too much to write home about. But I overall am super excited about, you know, where this is going right now, and I can't wait to see it. I'm always still interested in the hunt, you know, trying to find these things out in the wild and seeing, you know, what's available. So right now it's, you know, we've just gotten the big wave of the Explorer, and you know, we've gotten all this new stuff, and then there's the big banner thing that's like on the end cap. It's got the Explorer and stuff like that on there with the T-Rex, but it's kind of stagnant right now after all that stuff just debuted. So I haven't seen anything new in a few weeks. So yeah,
how's that Explorer selling? Did I freak out over nothing? Is it just sitting on shelves?
It's definitely just sitting on shelves. Almost said a different word there, but it's definitely just sitting on shelves.
Show.
I know. And I have it just sitting on a shelf right there. Got to be very careful now. But yeah, it's definitely been restocked a lot. So I don't know like how many have been restocked, but right now mine has like a bunch, like at least 4.
Okay.
But the Nedries are still out there like crazy. They literally cannot get rid of those at all. Like my store has got to have like 12 sitting on the shelf.
Oh no.
It's so bad. It's so bad with the truck and everything. It's just not
Stripe
good.
Gate, Stripe Gate.
We've seen some weird, you know, throwbacks and stuff like the Indoraptor has been back. Actually, you can see it there in Tim's post there on Collect Jurassic. From Target, the Indoraptor's been back a little bit. I've rarely seen the Scorpius. Brachiosaurus still plentiful. Super Colossal still on the shelf. So yeah, it's doing pretty good. I mean, there's plenty out there right now, if you want it. But you know, as a massive collector and stuff like that, like I either have it all or I just don't want to grab whatever that new thing is. You know?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like, I'm trying to think like what it would take for me, because like I said, I'm with Dominion, especially when it's like there will be new like canonical paint jobs and new canonical dinosaurs. Like, okay, so let's use Kentrosaurus as an example. This obviously I don't think has any relevance to any like reference from a movie, but if let's say it's in Dominion and then they're gonna make one that looks closer to the movie version, then it's like, well, then do I keep this old Kentrosaurus? And for me, it's like probably not. As long if there's something that looks like the real deal, I'll probably get rid of, because I'm not one of these guys that's gonna hang on to these things. Like I'm debating actually at my parents' house in a closet. I have an entire line of Hasbro mutants or whatever they were calling them.
Oh, yeah.
They're in their boxes. I got them all. I was like, I never opened them because I think they're ugly. But here's the thing: I know there's a collector out there. There's a collector out there who's gonna want all of those in the box.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think maybe it's time to catch it.
It might be time. So maybe I'll hit you up about that Indominus with the red accents on it.
I'm selling it as a lot, buddy. 10 grand. 10 grand.
No, never. All right, so what do you say we move on to our next topic?